and welcome to another video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Thanks a lot for clicking on my video today. I really appreciate that. And if you like my videos, please support Catspit Productions by either visiting our website at catspitproductionsllc.com and using the free Learn How to Screen Print forum, or if you need screen printing equipment or supplies, please visit catspitscreenprintsupply.com and check out our offerings there. All of the proceeds from the sales on that website go to support the continued production of free educational videos right here on YouTube, available to the world 24/7. So I appreciate your support. Thank you very much. And today's video is the question and answer video. Today I'm going to answer all the questions that you submitted to me in the video that I asked you to submit questions in, right? So today we're going to answer those questions. So let's get started. Some of you may think this is a funny question, but I get asked this a lot. And the answer is yes, my hair is quite real. Well, I get asked this question a lot too, and the answer might surprise you in that no, my hair is not highlighted. The white hair and the very blonde hair and the streaks that I have are 100% natural. Well, no, not really. I mean, I didn't until a lot of people on YouTube started telling me that I look like Chad Kroeger from Nickelback, so I am aware of it now. I actually get asked this question a lot too because I have a couple of skateboards hanging in the shop, and the answer to the question is no. I do not screen print skateboards. Those skateboards are there because, many moon ago, when I was a young man, I used to skate a little bit, and I don't anymore because I'm old and frail. Come on, are you kidding me? Catspit is the best thing that ever happened to me, and after all, it's a brand, so Catspit is more important than Jonathan. I want you to remember Catspit. It's not really important that you remember my name, although, it's nice once in a while when somebody calls me Jonathan, but Catspit is perfectly acceptable. Now, I've never actually thought of tie-dye as an art form. So is it an art form that would be hung in galleries? No, I don't think it is, but is it a creative outlet for people who enjoy doing tie-dye? I think so. So it's a creative outlet, and in that sense, it can be considered art. Secondly, have I ever tried to screen print on tie-dye? Yes, I have been forced to, because I've worked for other screen printers, of course, and you get jobs where, you're not in control of creating it. And yes, I have screen printed on tie-dye, and I do not like it. It's too busy, it's too loud, too busy, too much going on, it's just all... I think turquoise tastes like Jell-O. You know what I'm saying? I know Jell-O has many flavors, but there's kind of a Jell-O flavor. That's what turquoise tastes like. Actually, that's both. I wear both crew necks and V-necks, and I actually wear deep V-necks once in a while too. Personally, it's 100% cotton all the way, baby! Okay, that's funny because it's called a half tuck, and it is something that's done in fashion. It's a half tuck, but the real reason why I do that is because my belts. In summertime, the metal here can get very hot if I'm not aware, and it can touch me and be burned, or when you bend over, the belt can actually pinch you. So I tuck my shirt in right by the belt to protect my body from being pinched or burned from the belt buckle. I don't know, it's like, I try to do about a month, but I'm so busy that it ends up being like 6 weeks or maybe sometimes 8 weeks. Alright, so now we're getting down to some screen printing questions. This is cool. Okay, so I do believe there are a few essential items to have, like your floor press. If you're trying to do a commercial endeavor, I prefer a 6.6 because it's dynamic. It allows you to set up multiple jobs at the same time. You could have 2 different multicolors on here. You could run 3 different 1 colors or a 2 color and a 3 color. So I like to have 6 stations, 6 colors. A belt dryer is mandatory when you're working with plastisol inks, even water-based inks. You want to have a 4-stair belt dryer, and that will allow you to print quickly. An exposure unit is necessary. So, you know, some of these main items, you know, if you're looking at like what the Catspit shop is set up with a floor, exposure unit, a belt dryer, a 6.6, a washout booth, screen racks, and screens and some supplies, you're probably looking at around $8,000 to $10,000. Well, yeah, I guess so. You know, you can use paint thinner to clean plastisol inks off of the screen, but you know, some of the screen solvents or the ink solvents made for screen printing aren't really that expensive, so you should take a look at them, such as the Rhinotech Green Line on CatspitScreenPrintSupply.com. Okay, what are my margins? Actually, that's kind of personal, but I can tell you that they're so low that I'd probably be embarrassed to tell you. You know what? It should be very important. It should be very, very important. But unfortunately, it's not. Today, people are, you know, more concerned with pricing rather than quality. There's a joke about America in the world today on the, you know, the commerce market of the world, the global market, and they call us a Walmart market. We buy crap. We buy junk from China, and it's ridiculous. I'd like to see some businesses online where you can buy American-made products that are designed and made 100% in America with 100% materials. So today, you know, made in America, pricing is the bottom line, honestly. I don't agree with it. Quality should be. The number one best piece of advice that I can give you is to do your research thoroughly. There is a huge learning curve to screen printing, and you must have all your ducks in a row before you start giving your product out to your customers. The last thing you want to do is send out product that's going to come back washed out. So make sure you do your research. Learn what you need to learn before you jump in. Don't make any promises to customers until you know what you're doing. And when you can, when it's in your budget, get the right tools for the job. And of course, like I always say, eliminate all variables. That means if you're using a wooden screen with loose mesh, get rid of it. Okay, this is a good question because it's true. There are some items that you could build yourself possibly. One of them is your washout booth. This could be built yourself, and you could think of any number of ways of doing it, but a washout booth is something that you can build yourself. A screen rack is something you can build yourself. A light-safe dry box is something you can build yourself. But I think the key components, the screen printing press with the micro-registration, your belt dryer, your exposure unit, those things you probably want to buy from a screen printing equipment manufacturer. Now, if you have a little bit of electrical know-how, it is possible that you could build your exposure unit, but it's important to use, if you're going to do a fluorescent one, use the industrial black lamp bulbs that are made for screen printing. Don't use regular fluorescent bulbs out of your, you know, out of the Home Depot or whatever that light the house. Those do not have enough UV output. So, okay, with that being said, yeah, you know, you can wash out booths, stuff like that. You're going to need a pressure washer. So basically the main components, like I said, press, belt dryer, flash cure. I'm not sure if you could really, you know, if you could get your hands on an infrared panel, you could possibly build your own. You can use other heat sources, but many of them are fire hazards. So, you know, you got to weigh the pros and cons of the equipment that you're building. What's going to be easier to use and safer to use? You know what I'm saying? So you got to weigh that kind of thing when you're thinking about building stuff. Is this, if I build it, is it going to be safe? And is it going to do the job? And is it going to be easy to use? You know, it may be just better off to buy it. The first part of this question we're going to answer in a few videos coming up next, okay? So stay tuned for that. But as far as where did I get my experience? Where did I get my knowledge? Was it trial and error? How did I learn how to screen print? Well, I was born to a family in which screen printing was a part of it since before I was born. So when I was 11 years old, I printed my first t-shirts with my uncle in the basement of my father's house. Okay, so it has been with me my entire childhood growing up. So I've always learned, I've always had this skill, and later in life my oldest brother, Jeff, opened a screen printing shop, and he and I built his business and got it going, and I was the printer. And then I later went to college and I went off to do photography, and I worked in a photography studio in Manhattan for quite some time until 9/11. And then when I came back to screen printing, it was because, it was something that I knew very well, and I wanted to combine my love of photography and video work and my desire to create content and write articles about screen printing. I combined that all together to create, Catspit as it was today, but basically the answer to your question is that I learned how to screen print from life experience from when I was very young. And yes, I also worked 9 to 5 for I don't even know how many screen printers. I probably couldn't count them on my hands. I've worked at so many different shops. I've run automatic presses. I've run almost every type of manual press you can think of. I've had to print under the worst conditions. I've had to print under the best conditions. I've had to print under no conditions. So basically, I learned by doing, but I had the basic knowledge from my family and from my involvement from when I was a kid. Huh? What? Wait, what? No, I don't like the sound of a banana in a sock. And, quite frankly, not only that, I have one. Whoa, wait a second, what did you think I was talking about? I got a banana in a sock. That's it for today, everybody. Thanks a lot for clicking on my video. I really had a fun time making this video. It was a lot of work moving the camera around and stuff and answering all these questions, but I had a good time doing it, and I thank you all very much for the questions. Thank you very much. And if you want to learn how to screen print, don't forget to watch all of my videos, subscribe to my channel, and check out CatspitProductionsLLC.com. Thanks a lot for your time and attention, and we will see you next time.